all there was good. I just, I mean, there's nothing bad to say about this guy, and anybody knows that if someone could find something bad to say, it'll be me. And this guy inspired me, and I wanted to tell a little story just so you can get a glimpse of Jason. I work with him closely. We knock doors. We're selling Kirby vacuums door to door, so it's kind of a wild one. One day he knocks the door, and the family just says, "Hey, come in." They're expecting somebody different, but Jason walks in the house, and he just starts in with the family, and he's not mentioning anything to do with sales or a vacuum. He's just with, there's just a family there. So and I'm looking for him. I can't find him. I'm up and down blocks and streets, and I can't figure out where he's at. And I find him. But the way the story goes, he jumps in the house, and the family just embraces him, hugs him, spends time with him. He's in there just, shooting the breeze with them and current events and everything else. And then turns out the family was waiting for the new boyfriend that the daughter was dating. They heard so much good things. So Jason's in there on the couch. He's having a glass of wine with the family. And the actual boyfriend comes to the door. And he receives a welcome like, "Who are you? What are you doing?" Right? Jason's on the couch with a glass of wine. The daughter comes down saying, This is not who I'm waiting for." And funny thing, Jason sold this family and a bunch of their other family a machine. They loved him. I mean, it was probably the most unconventional way of gaining business, but this is just the way that Jason was. He was such a people magnet, and if I was to go back to my memory banks on just anything or any moment that really defined Jason, I think that's it. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. That's great. Thank you. Anybody else? Cousin Lupe. Come, please. Come, Lupe. Oh, come. Go ahead. Right here, ma'am, please.
I'm Nicole Quintero. I'm Jason's cousin, and I met Jason several years ago by coincidence because Mary Alice and Ray had stopped in at my grandparents' house, and the moment we met, we befriended each other and we called each other, and Jason lived with me when he came into California with me and my family, and I was a new mom, and he saw my daughter walk for the first time. And he was there for a lot of my events. And even as he grew older and he started the Kirby business, he made it a point to always stop by and to come and see me and to keep me informed what was going on with the family, because he was the glue, because I didn't really see that side of the family. And especially, I loved his calls. He would call just randomly. He would call me early in the morning. Hello, hello, hello. Are you there? And if I didn't answer that phone, he'd call my cell phone. And if I didn't answer that phone, he'd start calling my twin sister's cell phone. And he finally got comfortable enough. He would just stop by, and then he would stop by randomly or just for 5 minutes to get something to eat, to come and see me and the kids. And he was the most beautiful boy. He had the biggest heart. And the last time we saw each other, he came to my sister's graduation party with Rachel, and he invited us over to dinner because he had more of a flexible schedule so he could make plans, and he wanted us to come over, and he slaved over a meal, and it was beautiful. I think it was Michael's family's recipe. But he was so happy, and we had such a good day there. And I just wanted to read a scripture real quick. It says, honor one another above yourselves. Never be lacking in zeal, but keep your spiritual fervor serving the Lord. Share with God's people who are in need. Practice hospitality. Live in harmony with one another. Do not be proud, but be willing to associate with people of low positions. Do not be conceited. Do not repay anyone evil for evil. Be careful to what is right in your eyes of everybody. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. And Jason truly did live at peace with everyone. And I would just like to say that I love him, and I love Rachel, and I'm sorry for the family, and that's it.
Amen. Thank you, sis.
Well, I want to go way back. I'm Ramon's older sister. I remember when they used to come from Mississippi. All the kids were small. And I remember my dad's face with being because he loved them so much. And I remember he used to get him and sit him in the kitchen and give him all Mexican bread and Coke. And he was just beaming. He didn't know what to do for the babies when every time my dad saw them. And I know that my dad, I know we are grieving, but my dad is happy that he is home. And I'm never gonna forget his beautiful smile, his beautiful eyes. They would just sparkle and beam. And when he used, and I remember too when they used to play with my Nancy and my Monica, they were beautiful, beautiful, beautiful moments for me. And I am never gonna forget those.
Thank you, Cody.
Hi, I'm Marcy Kilby. I'm Rachel's mother, and I had the privilege of being called Mom by Jason. He embraced our family like it was his own. He made us feel like we had known him since he was born. We loved him so much, and when he wasn't with you, he was with a family that cared so much about him. And we had his dreams and his hopes, and we knew what kind of person he was. And I'm so touched that he would call me Mom, but I was more touched when he called my husband Dad, because nobody but the kids would call my husband Dad, especially someone who was dating his daughter. He came in and said, Dad. So that was very, very touching, and he just was so at home in our family. And my daughter and I have a ritual every night when I get home from work. I call her, and he would start doing this thing where he would try to get to the phone first to say hi, and he would always he'd be pulling the phone away from her. He goes, I just wanted to say hi, I hadn't talked to you in a couple days, and how are you doing? And so I'm gonna miss that. But it was just the way that he reached out all the time just to check in and say, how was your day? How are you doing? And you knew he loved you. Thank you.
Please, brother.
I actually met Jason 4 or 5 weeks ago at Christina's party, at her graduation party. And so I only met him one time, but it only took me that one time to fall in love with the guy. And when he asked me, no one was really talking to me. I don't know if I was being antisocial or not, but he was the only guy that like basically ran up to me and said, hey, who are you? And I said, oh, I'm Marcus. And he said, oh, I'm Jason. He's like, hey, you kind of, I don't know how you look familiar. And then he went through it in his head kind of, and he was like, oh, okay, so we're cousins. And then I said, oh, okay, so we're cousins. And it was like instant connection, And he said, you should give me a call sometime. And I said, okay, yeah, so what should I put you in my phone? And he said, long lost cousin Jason. So I wanted to share that because, the only regret that I would have is that, we hadn't connected again. So I just want to share that with you guys. That was pretty amazing.
Thank you, you're amazing. Thank you.